Hello and welcome to the Retry Hard podcast with me, your host, Mike Chiano. And
I'm Jay, and I'm really cold.
Yep, we are in a church. We were in a church last time, but we were downstairs. Now we're upstairs. We've been kicked out for making too much noise. So now we're upstairs. And I don't know if it's going to show up in the camera. It'd be funny if it does, but you can see our breath as we talk. Hence why Jay has a blanket on him.
Mm-hmm. I've come prepared.
Yeah. He made the smart choice by bringing a blanket and hot coffee, and I brought up not sponsored, but Coke Zero.
I watch The Outdoor Boys. I know what I'm about.
Yeah, I didn't. I really, really should have.
Warm, fresh bread with honey butter.
Yeah.
Love him.
My bad. But I'll stick it out. The only thing that's cold right now is just my hands, my hands and my fingers.
Yeah,
Other than that, I'm not terrible.
Yeah. And I was told that to hold the microphone, so I could have been really cold right now.
He did. Yeah, he doesn't have a mic stand today. Delegated it. I was like, no, you don't get a mic stand. No, I was going to swear.
Country girls make do, man.
Today, we're going to talk about our dream Nintendo Switch 2 games, the game that would make us want to buy a Switch 2. Because Lord knows we haven't bought one, and
I won't.
secretly, right, I have, right? What do you mean? But it's a Christmas present, so I can't have it yet.
Oh, okay, but this will be out after Christmas.
It'll be, no, it'll be before. So right now, I don't have one in my hands.
Right.
But after Christmas, I will. But we're still going to talk about the Switch 2 games that are going to... What would push us to buy a Switch 2 pretending I haven't got one?
How have you got one?
Me and Sean talked about it, so I bought her one and she's bought me one.
Right, okay.
But she wanted one for
Okay.
Age of Calamity.
Yes.
That was like,
Yeah.
that was her shit because it's a canon. This one's canon, unlike the other
This one's
one.
canon?
Yep. Other than the, what was the other one called? No, Age of Calamity was the first one. Age of Imprisonment is the new one. So
Yes. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Age of
I
Calamity.
started thinking I've played Age of Calamity.
Yeah. So that one isn't canon because
Yeah.
they at the end they were like all the champions survived or something.
Yeah, she went back and rewrote the timeline.
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
they won the fucking event. And it's like,
But Age of Imprisonment is canon to the Breath of Wild Tears of the Kingdom timeline. So she's pretty hyped about that one. So she wanted it for that. And it's gutting as well. So our initial thing was like, this is the first time we've done it this year for Christmas. Where like we've told each other like what we're getting, mostly because of like living situations, and it was just easier.
yeah.
So the whole thing going into it was like, right, we'll get each other Switch 2 and 2 games each, and like that, have that be it, like nothing else. Just so like we were on equal footing. On the run up to Christmas, I was like, cool, we're gonna get Age of Imprisonment, and there's a Professor Layton game coming out. Sean loves Professor Layton games.
I love Professor Layton games.
She has been waiting for the new one for years. What happened? It got delayed. The new Professor Layton got delayed.
Probably because of Silk Song.
What if this becomes her Silk Song? Because they have showed this game off. They showed this game off like early last year. And then they were like, oh yeah, it'll be out 2025. And then you heard nothing for ages and ages and ages. And then quietly they were like, there's not even a date in 2026. It just says 2026.
What happens in the Professor Layton development that you think, hang on, we need more time?
I don't know. More puzzles. More puzzles.
More puzzles,
Maybe.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, Level 5, the developers are pretty cool. Like they did... They've done a lot, but one of the ones that I love
They did so much.
They did so much.
dude.
Ni no Kuni. Did you ever play Ni no Kuni?
No, I know of it.
I haven't played the second one yet. First game is incredible up until a point, because the ending of that game, you do this. It's typical JRPG nonsense where like you'll do a boss fight and it lasts for ages, and like once that's beaten, you're like, oh cool, that's done now. And then they're like, there's another boss that also has 3 stages, and you're like, oh, you've used all your items on like the last boss fight because that was hard.
Oh,
Yeah,
bad
tough
move.
shit. Yeah.
Well, I don't know why you did that.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you died? Yeah, do the first boss again. And I'm like, nah, not a chance. But weirdly enough, I'm getting on such a tangent now with Ni no Kuni. So that was a 3DS game or a DS game before it became a PS4 game. I think only in Japan or something.
Yeah.
The 3DS game obviously, there's an ending to the 3DS game. I don't know if you realize this. Games end.
Wow.
Yeah. But then the PS4 version they released, when they made that, and obviously they like essentially remade it from scratch, they added this whole different like ending to the game. So there's this whole new end section. And I realized that when I play Ni no Kuni, technically I played to the end of the 3DS game because that actually felt like an ending to it. And everything after that sucked. Like,
Right.
it was awful. And I hated it, and I couldn't figure out why I hated it so much. And it was all of the new stuff they added. All of the new stuff they added was awful, and I hated it. So in my head, I've technically finished the game because I finished the 3DS version.
Yeah.
But I just didn't do the added stuff because it sucked.
Even if the bosses made you mad.
Yeah, but it did that stupid thing of like you beat the boss and then you're like almost all of the stories come to an ending, like a satisfying ending, and then you're just like, oh, the boss didn't die and there's a bigger boss, and you're like, this makes no sense. And then like I'm not getting into my issues in Ni no Kuni, right? This is a different show.
My face when the game asks me to do anything.
Yeah, that happened.
Oh, this shit again.
I'll get into something like that later because my God, I have played a game in between this episode and the last one. I have played a game that a lot of people told me to, not in the comments, but James told me to do it. Sean told me to do it, and I played it, and we'll talk about that later. But first, we are gonna pitch our Switch 2 games.
I feel like Jim only has one recommendation when
it's
it comes
not
to
Kingdom.
games.
I didn't play Kingdom 2.
Yeah, no, you didn't play that.
He's gonna get so happy about that as well.
He's our drummer.
Yeah. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, because I don't have a fucking top secret folder.
I do have a top secret folder.
or anything.
So
I feel a bit stitched up.
this is my pitch. It's top secret.
I don't even have that much of a pitch. I have more of a business model than a game.
Okay.
Because I don't think for 3 days I was like, I just can't think of a single game, one singular game that would hook me on a console. It happened once. I bought a PS4 exclusively for Bloodborne,
Okay.
but that was a special event because it
Wait.
was Bloodborne.
You mean to tell me that Bayonetta 2 didn't get you for the Wii U?
No. I bought a Wii U because I was young and stupid.
I bought a Wii U for Zombie U. Thank you very much.
Man, why did I buy a Wii U? I saw it in CEX years ago.
Yeah.
And it was like 70 quid. And I was like, that's a new console. I'm not having that.
I mean, to be fair, I think even now if I saw a Wii U for 70 quid, I'd be like, fuck, pick that up.
Don't know, I just found it at the right time. But yeah, that was Bloodborne. You know, that was an event. Duskbloods is going to be Switch 2 exclusive, and I'm still not going to do it. So it's not a From Soft thing.
Okay, with Duskbloods, if that was a traditional From Software game, would that make you pick it up? Because it's a weird multiplayer one again. So like, I get it's a bit different.
Probably not, because I thought about getting a PS5 for the Demon Souls remake, and I said no.
Okay.
So, I don't know, Bloodborne was a special deal. I love that game and everything to do with it. But I don't think there's one single thing that could hook me from any media. Maybe like a Pokemon game that is including of all regions and Pokemon or whatever,
and
right?
runs well and
runs
looks
well.
nice.
You know, a Pokemon game up to today's standard.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be real nice. But even then, I'd have to make sure it was good before I got it. You know, it wouldn't make me want to pre-order it. So the business model instead, I would be pulled in if Nintendo fucking gave up. If they fucking stopped. If they just said, we've made enough games now. All of our mechanics are pushed as far as they can go. We've exhausted it. And these new games are not doing as well as we have done. I think that's a lie. Nintendo is going strong as ever. But I'd like them to stop what they're doing and become a legacy company. Virtual consoles on their most adaptive system that can play any of the previous systems. Bring back everything. Crash Bandicoot for the Game Boy. For everything. Every
no
single...
one's asking for that.
Mate.
No one wants fucking Spyro Orange and Crash Bandicoot Purple or whatever.
The Huge Adventure, all of it. Bratz, every game that Nintendo has ever licensed out to a third party, just every single game on every virtual console, that'd pull me right back in.
So I suppose it's kind of like I guess like those like NES classic things they made, but on a much, much, much bigger scale.
Much bigger scale, not just the main IPs and a couple of really niche fucking Japanese. Ethan's Bubble Pop.
Yeah. Man, I love Ethan's Bubble Pop. What do you mean?
We're just
so good. Influence many games like Zuma and stuff.
I think there's more profit in the Legacy Collection than there is going forward, because Nintendo have peaked years ago.
But
in several different places, you know.
At that point, that would be it then. Like, they would release this last hurrah console type thing where it has everything on it. And then it's like, that's it now. Like, maybe they still publish games, I guess, but on different consoles, right?
Yeah.
Because you still want fucking Mario and stuff.
Oh, man. But how much further can Mario go, you know? I don't know. I'm getting at the point where I just think, like, Nintendo's been going downhill steadily for a long time, and it's got to end somewhere. It's got to stop. It's got to stop some point.
In terms of Nintendo going downhill, what are your key examples for like? Here's where, because obviously the Wii U went, but I think a lot of the stuff they did on the Switch was pretty good. Mario Odyssey is incredible.
Yeah, like
I think the Switch was a really good generation for Nintendo. I don't know how Switch 2 was going to stack up yet, but
for every one good Mario game, there must be like 4 or 5 whatevers in between.
Yeah,
I mean, the Switch library is not that stacked, is it? I could fit all the best games in under like a little 10-pack of games, surely.
I don't know, man. The Switch's catalog is weird because I feel like there's games coming out for it all the time, but I find a lot of the stuff that is coming out for it now are like old games. Like there's a lot of remasters and like old 360 or like PS2 games, like Legacy of Kain and all this stuff is coming to the Switch.
The entire gaming scope is like that right now. People love a remaster, people love a sequel. Same with movies. It's rampant a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest hurdle that the Switch went through was because of how less powerful it was than everything.
Yeah.
That, like, you would have, like, I would never ever, if there was a third-party game that I wanted to play that came out on everything, I would not choose to be like, oh, I'm getting that on Switch. Unless it was, like, really specific. Like, if you were to go, like, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. To me, that's a fun Switch game because I feel like those kind of games are almost made for portable systems. Levels are not that long. You could do a level, you could turn it off, you bring it with you, you can,
The Nintendo advantage and there's the portability. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like third-party games like that I think are good, but then it struggled a lot with bigger games. Like, they did that a lot of weird, like, cloud service stuff. And they did cloud streaming for, like, really dumb games as well. Like, they brought out the...
Did they?
Yeah. So the cloud service stuff, you could buy at full price Resident Evil 2 Remake on the Switch, but it's all through the cloud. So, results may fucking vary on that one. But, like, I understood it. If they won those games on the system, that's the only way they could do it. But then they did it for really dumb games as well, like Kingdom Hearts. The Kingdom Hearts collection wasn't even the third one. It was 1 and 2, I think.
Yeah, that can't be that intense.
They were PS2 games. And they were like, oh, it's cloud streaming only. Like, what are you talking about? They're PS2 games. What do you mean there's only cloud streaming? If it wasn't, I might have... Because I love Kingdom Hearts. And I might have picked it up on the Switch just for a novelty kind of reason. But, like, I'm not doing no cloud streaming nonsense.
I mean, the PS2 is more powerful, I think, than it gets credit for. I don't know what the specs are, but I feel like some games exist on that shouldn't.
Man, like the later Silent Hill games, like 3 and 4, look insane on the PS2.
I mean, Metal Gear Solid 3 is my prime example.
Yeah, that's a good
deep
one.
That shit goes.
Yeah.
How the fuck it runs, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I get you. It's weird though, man. Like, that's also getting into it, like a different conversation now. But, like, like, you look back at, like, how games used to look when a console first came out, like when the PS2 first came out, to the games that came out at the end of the life cycle. And like same with PS3, did exactly the same. Early PS3 games and 360 games, a lot of them are trash.
They're rough, man.
You compare that to like later stuff. Like people will always love to forget that GTA 5 was a fucking PS3 and 360 game, and it still looks great. And then I feel like everything after that, like the PS4 to now, the launch games look exactly the same as like the games that like ended it.
Yeah.
There's no different. There's a lot of them I'd argue look fucking better than like the games that like ended that system. Killzone Shadowfall looks insane.
There's not much to explore, is there, when everything's at like a set standard now, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's not much innovation to be had.
So with your Nintendo, this would be, I'm assuming, like a Switch type console.
Yeah, I think you could just have it on the Switch too.
Yeah,
you wouldn't have to, but I sort of would understand them making like a one last console.
But I don't think you could charge the same amount then for a Switch 2 if they were just like, oh, it's just going to be everything we've ever. I mean, that's a bit. How would you price it? Like, would you still do the Nintendo Online subscription stuff? Because they got a back catalog now with like old games, but it's all through Nintendo Online.
Yeah.
So like, would you have that still be a thing to access all that?
I think you'd have to. Yeah. I wouldn't mind it being a bit pricier if it's going to include the whole fucking back catalog.
Yeah.
Or damn near enough.
You could bring the console price down. Maybe bring the console price down. With that comes 20, 25 games or whatever, bunch from a few different consoles, and then they're like just to whet the appetite.
Well, it would still play Switch games.
Yeah.
It would still be the console, so.
So Switch 2 games continue to come out?
They could, I guess, yeah.
But that's not what you're interested in.
No, I'm interested in all the games that we can't get access to anymore.
I got you. Right.
It's significantly the Pokemons. I can't believe Nintendo is like, if you want to play Pokemon Emerald, we want you to go and find a fucking Game Boy and a real game that still works and play it legitimately.
Nintendo's always had an issue with that.
I hate
always. that. And they fight so hard against like emulation and stuff as well. They make it so difficult to play this stuff.
Which is fine, but they cannot make money off Pokemon Emerald anymore because they don't make it available to anyone anymore. Yeah. You can't say... You can't take away all these avenues of playing your old games and then not give us a way to play the old games. I hate it. I just hate the way Nintendo conduct themselves nowadays.
Yeah. It's funny, like, so what you're describing, right? Sounds a lot like...
It's a terrible idea, first of all.
No.
Terrible idea.
What
Nintendo.
It sounds like to me is what the PS Vita tried to do. God rest the PS Vita's soul. That is the little machine that could. And it got bashed, it got forgotten about, and I love the PS Vita. And I guess, you know what? I still use it because the online store still works and it has access to so many more PlayStation 1 games that the PS5 store doesn't have for whatever reason. I don't know why, but there are a bunch of games. Final Fantasy, like, 4 through like 9 are all on like the store, and some of them are not on the PS5 store. I don't know why. Silent Hill 1 is available. I have Silent Hill 1 on my PS Vita. You cannot buy that and download it on the PS5. Even though I bought it linked, same PlayStation account, for some reason it just isn't available on the PlayStation 5. I don't know why. I don't know what the rules are. I don't know where. I don't know. But the PS Vita is this wonderful little handheld console that deserved so much better. And even outside of like the Vita games that came out for it, some of them not great, some of them really, really good. You could play fucking countless PSP games on there. If a PSP game was on that PlayStation store, you could buy it. You can play so many PS1 games on there. The only thing it didn't have at the time, I would say, would be PS2 games. But I know there were a bunch of, not that I condone this in any way, shape, or form.
Just saying you could do it.
I've seen on Instagram so many people who have hacked into Vitas and have just chucked fucking hundreds and hundreds of PS2 games, PSP games, PS1 games onto that thing, and you can pay, for that Vita. They work, like they run fine, so the Vita can do it. Just for whatever reason, Sony didn't bring PS2 games to it. But that's kind of like what your vision then for the Switch 2 would be, is kind of like what the Vita was to me. Because I didn't really care about the Vita games.
Yeah.
I used it for PS1 games and PSP games that I missed. Like, fuck, man. So many PSP games are so expensive to buy now because I'm in the market for a lot of PSP games.
Really?
And I love the PSP.
Oh, shit, I've got a couple.
A lot of them have really gone up in value, but like because the PS Vitas are still open, you can still get like Peace Walker for like 15 quid, where like if you tried buying that, if you tried buying that now on PSP, it's at least double that.
Shit, I would have thought that would have been a hot ticket game to get for the PSP.
Yeah.
In the same way like Wind Waker for the GameCube is.
It's so the I think the most valuable, well, not the most valuable, one of the biggest PSP games that I've seen go for a lot of money is the second God of War game that came out for the PSP. Ghost of Sparta.
I have that.
Oh, you have that?
Yeah, I loved it.
It's worth more than like
No
a lot
way.
of the other ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got all the God of War games.
Yeah, so
Love 'em.
Chains of Olympus is like pretty cheap. You could buy that anyway.
Yeah,
I've
it
got
wasn't
Chains of
great either.
Olympus.
To be fair, they both weren't great.
Yeah, they're not the best. But Ghost of Sparta is like, I think last I checked was around 50, 60 quid if you wanted to buy that now.
Wow.
Or you can go on the PS Vita store and it's like 6 quid or something, or 8 quid. So you're like, you just weigh up the options.
I remember your Vita, man. You had, I feel like you had like a Metal Gear Solid for it.
I do. I still have it. The Metal Gear Solid HD collection was available on the Vita.
I saw that on the little cartridge. You know, for years I was like, oh man, I kind of want a Vita. I kind of want to fucking play games on.
Yeah.
I've never really found a good way to play Metal Gear Solid again.
The HD collection on the Vita was the first time I finished 2 and 3. Like I had played those games before, but I never sat down properly and like played them. That was the first time I did it. I
want to do it again.
The Vita is in such a wonderful, wonderful fucking console that just Sony didn't care about, and it breaks my heart.
Is it because Sony didn't care, or did people not care? Portable gaming craze was going by then.
Well, I mean, the 3DS was still doing pretty well. It was a mixture of both. I think Sony cared when the system first came out because you had Uncharted Golden Abyss, which is incredible. It's better than the first Uncharted game. And a few of their other launch games were solid. You had like Little Big Planet. You had some duds, like you had a Resistance game that wasn't very good, and you had a Call of Duty game that wasn't very good. But those two get hated on much more.
One, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But there was a Killzone game that came to it that was class, but that came later on. I don't know, like I think of like, I mean, games are fucking weird anyway now when it comes between like portable and home console games. Like when we were growing up, there would be multiple different versions of one game. And you'd have a game that's on the 360, but if you played that on PS2, guess what? That's probably a different game.
It's a completely different game.
And then you play the portable version of that game, guess what? It's a different game again. Whereas now it's become, that's the same game everywhere. And like even like portable handheld versions of it, because they've become so much more powerful now, that game can just be played everywhere. And it's just weird. So like when I think like the time of like the PSP and the 3DS will never ever fucking happen again, where like you will have studios specifically making a handheld game. It just won't happen.
Well, because there isn't really a handheld console to do it for. Like there's no the diversity of consoles is gone.
Yeah.
Other than Switch versus everything else, basically.
Yeah.
Crash of the Titans is my immediate example of that, because everyone knows Crash of the Titans, and then you had the normal version, and then the DS version was like a 3D platformer, and then the Game Boy version was a 2D fucking side scroller.
Yeah.
And I was always like, this isn't the same game.
Yeah.
It always confused me, but I get it now in hindsight. It was wonderful.
I played one. I say recently, it was maybe last year or something, but because I love the PSP, I bought Spider-Man 2 for the PSP. And Spider-Man 2 for the PSP is essentially Spider-Man 1 on the PS2. It is fucking insane.
I loved Spider-Man 1 for the PS2.
Yeah, me too.
Wow.
So I really dug Spider-Man 2 on PSP.
Yeah, wow. I only ever remember running around the tutorial.
Just
doing random shit.
But Spider-Man 2 on the PSP is essentially Spider-Man 1 just with Spider-Man 2's plot. And then Spider-Man 3 on the PSP blew my fucking mind because it was fully open world. And it was insane. But even that was a different game to the Spider-Man 3 on like 360 and PS3 and stuff. It's crazy. And like you think about like all the GTA games that came to PSP that like, you know, Vice City Stories. This is why I think about the Vita is like it didn't stand a fucking chance because like Rockstar weren't gonna make a fucking new GTA game purely for like a portable console anymore. And no. I played a lot of, because I was at that age of WWE was the coolest thing in the fucking world. So like my PSP, I had like SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 and 2008 on like rotation for some reason. Not one of those games came to Vita. I'll be honest, I probably would have picked one up just for nostalgia's sake, but nothing like that ever came to it. So I think the Vita missed out on... People didn't really care after the launch cycle and stopped buying it, and then Sony were like, okay. It's kind of like what they're doing with the VR system. Like, Sony hyped up PlayStation VR, and some of the launch games were pretty cool. And then, like, ever since they were like, oh, just forget about it. Like, don't worry. They will release one game every now and again.
I always felt like they had this system out, and there was always games in the background, and they were going to eventually come out with these fucking big titles now that they know it works.
Yeah.
But I guess, yeah, they are just sort of pushing it out again. I thought VR was going to be the next thing.
I think a lot of people did.
But yeah, I guess not.
No, I think...
Nintendo VR next. That'd be good.
What do you mean, man? We got fucking... what's the
Virtual Boy?
Yeah, man, that's coming back. That's their VR system, man. They got it right there.
I hope all the kids get headaches again.
The craziest thing about when they announced Virtual Boy games coming was like they're bringing out the fucking plastic thing back. Yeah. And I'm like, wow, they are insane. Like, we're an insane company.
Fuck you, money. That's what that is.
Yeah, hell yeah. What an insane fucking like thing that they did. But I love it at the same time. I think it's so funny. They're like, oh, you just can't play these games without it.
Yeah, bringing back our worst financial flop with no changes.
Yeah, I love
it's exactly the same. Maybe the market's different.
Yeah. There weren't even that many games on the Virtual Boy. Like, how many people, when they were like going through like, oh, what consoles could we bring on our like service that people want to play? Like, well, we're bringing out GameCube. Could we bring out more GameCube games? And they're like, yeah, but like, don't worry about that for now. Like, oh, we got a motion sensor. We could bring in some Wii games. That'll work fine on like the Switch and stuff. They're like, don't fucking
like,
worry.
Galaxy, yeah, Twilight Princess, yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, wait, guys, we're missing out the biggest financial move of our life. Let's bring back the fucking Virtual Boy. And they're like, oh, you mean like just like play those games again on the Switch too, and like people can play those games normally? And they're like, no. bring it back. Like, bring the fucking box back. They'll put the Switch 2 in the visor, and they'll have to sit there in front of it like they used to and play it that way.
Miyamoto's like, fuck, that's genius. Why didn't I think of that?
I love it.
Well, the Virtual Boy's only got 28 games. It'll be easy to put out the back catalog. Ship it.
They'll love it. They'll say, thank you, Nintendo.
He goes home at night and like the rain, he walks up his driveway and he's like, all the rain's pouring off his hat, and he opens the door, turns the light on, and his son is like sat on the couch. He's like, thanks, Dad. It's okay, son. Like, it's just the one kid who wanted it.
I have to imagine it would just be some like old person in Nintendo who kept banging on about the Virtual Boy. And like every meeting they have, he brings it up. And they're like, fine, we'll fucking do it, man. You keep talking about it. He's like, that's his dying wish.
Like Smeagol in the fucking rafters as they're walking into the meeting. He's like, hey, ask about the Virtual Boy.
It worked, man. It was coming out. I think there's two different ways you could play the Virtual Boy as well. I think you can get the big plastic box, or you can get like a cardboard version.
Oh, the Labo shit.
Yeah, but like with that one, I think you have to like, I don't know if you can also take the controllers out of the Switch. So I think you have to like hold it to your face and also control it at the same time and like hold it up here.
You all right, son?
Yeah. Staring straight at the screen.
That's the thing. They didn't scale the Virtual Boy games up. They're still on that resolution. You got to look real deep.
Everything is exactly the same. All of the... We've had 20, 30 plus years of innovation, and they're bringing it back as if nothing's happened.
Wasn't the Virtual Boy screen like a phone screen? It was tiny with little zoom-in goggles inside.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, these games. Can't see them.
Everything's still fucking red.
They're doing that, right? They're keeping it
Everything's still red.
Oh, they look ugly as sin.
Yeah, they look awful. No one wanted it apart from fucking Smeagol at Nintendo kept telling everyone about it.
What do you think the consensus is going to be? Do you think everyone's going to go, it's shit, we knew that?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So there's not really going to be an outrage about it. Everyone's just going to find it funny.
It's 100%. Yeah.
Everyone knows it's coming.
There's not an outrage about it. I think if there was an outrage, it would have happened by now. I think most people are kind of like, fucking, really?
Yeah.
And then they're like, but having like a Virtual Boy plastic thing would be pretty fucking cool to put on my desk. So.
It's the same as them going like, we're making another disaster movie.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, fuck, okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Or a scary movie, which they are doing.
That's exactly what they're doing, yeah.
Man, the 90s is back, man. Fucking Virtual Boy's back.
So back.
Scary Movie 6.
Oh my God, we're so back.
This is it. This is all now they just need to bring out those Pokemon games from the Game Boy and we're there.
The 90s, as you remember it, without the good stuff. We couldn't license that. We're bringing back everything that nobody wanted.
Yeah. All the broken stuff, still broke. All the things that give you headaches, they will still give you headaches. We haven't fixed anything.
But now it's in our terms and conditions and you can't sue.
You can't sue us, yeah. We've learned our lessons.
Yeah.
They learned all the wrong lessons. Now they just added stuff in the terms and conditions where we just can't do anything about it.
Nintendo are going to come up with Nintendo Law School one day. Train the next generation of gamers.
They have to like scroll through like YouTube every single day, like who's playing Nintendo games that we haven't made an agreement with.
Now remember everyone, 4 concurrent pixels in the same order can be done for copyright. Now,
yeah. If you look at a screen and you see the colors red, blue, and a mustache there somewhere, guess what?
It's ours.
That's Mario.
Oh, God. Oh, God, what a terrible thought. Like George Orwellian Nintendo.
I'm here for it, man. If it means Miyamoto can, I want him to live to see it.
Yeah. What have I become?
Yeah.
What has my company done?
I mean, like if anyone was going to do it at Nintendo, it would have been the guy called Doug Bowser. But now he's leaving.
He's gone, yeah.
So like, what a missed opportunity. They could have gone full evil shit with them and it didn't do it. Like, imagine if, like, when Doug Bowser was in charge, coincidentally, no Mario game gets released.
Yeah. Yes, they will not make a new one. It's like war games. He's like, Bowser's like, the only way to win is to not play the game.
The Mario Odyssey team came up to him and was like, we got a great idea for my Odyssey 2. And he's like, fucking make it Donkey Kong.
Yeah, well, actually, I want a Donkey Kong game.
You know, I think it'd be better and make more money. Donkey Kong. That'll make more
like
money.
Exciting Donkey Kong, like Bonanza.
Yeah.
Like,
Essentially, make it Odyssey 2, but I don't want to see that fucking plumber.
I don't want to see that fucking plumber again. I know everyone wants Odyssey 2, but... Oh, God.
The kids are yearning for a new Mario game. We'll give them fucking Donkey Kong and a basketball game that you play from a wheelchair.
We can't talk about that. I feel like we almost got in trouble last time for that.
Didn't. It's fine. It's because I don't think anyone likes that game anyway. It came out, I think. You know...
It didn't show up on the Game of the Year's, like, accessibility innovation thing.
It didn't.
Which I think is whack, because how else? Like Assassin's Creed Shadows is up. What did that do for accessibility innovation? There's only so much you can add, right? To games nowadays?
Yeah, so I think with accessibility stuff, I think it's also how much you can modify a game to suit your play style as well, rather than like someone with a disability who's like struggles playing a game normally. Like how can they adapt to it? I think that plays a part. And like Shadows might have stuff in there for people with disabilities to help them play it. I don't know what those are because I haven't looked into it. But what I will say for Shadows is I've gone into the settings within the last month and changed some of it because I hated how that game plays on default. Because you know how like in old Assassin's Creed games or any RPG game you play, right? And you open a map and you go, oh, cool, there's something there to do. I can see a quest line there. There's a side quest there that I can go to. I'll mark those off. I'll go like to all those different places and crack on. And then you might find like a bounty list. And you're like, oh, I've collected that bounty list. Let's open my map, right? There's a bounty up there that I can go to. I can sort that out when I do missions. Like stuff that just shows up on your map, right? Okay. Assassin's Creed Shadows, for whatever fucking reason, doesn't show you anything on the map unless you use their scout mechanics, which means you have to collect people around the fucking world to join your scouts. And when you look at a quest line, it's kind of like Adamfall. You have to read where they are and then like find that area on the map and either use a scout. If you don't have a scout, guess what? You've got to fucking travel to that area and just look for it.
Okay, so it's the Arkham Riddler interrogations with a few more steps.
Kind of, but at least but like that told you where the trophies and stuff were, right?
Yeah, that's the extra steps, right?
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't tell you anything. So you actively have to look for each mission. And the part that annoys me with it is if you're trying to juggle multiple things, like, because there's so many different bounties and like assassination lists to do, if you're not tracking that specific thing, you won't find it. So you have to like track a mission and then like read about it and then go look for it. And if there's like an assassination target also in that area, it won't really come up that it's there unless you track that as well. So it's a real ball ache. Thankfully, there was an option in the menus where you can turn that off. Oh. And you can open up a map and it'll just show you where shit is, which is so much fucking easier and so much nicer to play because now I can look at an area at a map and I can like almost check it off and be like, right, that's done now. I can move on and not worry about it.
Yeah.
Rather than like go to an area for a main mission and then go somewhere else because the main mission's continued, then look at like the assassination list and go, fuck it, now I got to go back all the way up there because I wanted to do a side mission rather than the main mission. Whereas now I can kind of go through it like normal and like rather than focus on like one quest line for a bit, I can like jump between them. Like if I'm doing a main mission but on the way there's a assassination target, I can do that at the same time rather than just do that main mission and not even know there's an assassination target there. So that was really cool. I really appreciated that because that was a thing that wasn't broken in the other games. Origins didn't have it. Odyssey didn't have it. They were just stuff on the map like any other fucking game. And then Valhalla kind of had it. Valhalla sucked. And then this game did it. Thankfully, you can turn it off. The other thing you can turn off in Shadows that I really fucking appreciated because it was something that annoyed me in all of the recent RPG Assassin's Creed games was you can turn on a thing where if you assassinate someone, they will just fucking die. Rather than like, if it's like a higher level person, it won't just take a chunk of their health.
Sometimes they survive the fucking blade through the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can turn that off where like if you sneak up to someone and assassinate them, they're just dead. Regardless of the level, regardless of the size, you could just fucking kill them.
As it should be.
I fucking turned that on as soon as I found it. I'm like, that is staying on. Because I'm a big fan of the Assassin's Creed games and I don't know why they would change stuff from previous games that I like and that you get used to, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, you want to assassinate someone? Yeah, it's going to take a third of their health. Now you got to fight them like normal. And like, but why?
Well, I get it. I mean...
I get it from an RPG point of view. I suppose I get it, but then...
It's a bit boring taking everyone down in one go, I think. There's got to be some sort of gameplay eventually.
But then I get it, but then you're juggling that with the fact that it's still an Assassin's Creed game rather than something else entirely.
Yeah.
It gets a bit tricky then because you get so used to previous games where assassinating someone just means they're fucking dead. To where the RPG games where they would just take a chunk. But yeah, stuff like that in Shadows you could change to suit your play style.
I was just thinking about why that tracking mechanic sucks in Assassin's Creed. Obviously I haven't played it, but I just sort of stumbled on the idea of when I play Assassin's Creed, like the old ones, I'm running constantly.
Yes.
I hold that sprint button down. And I wonder if that's related to how much I want to explore the world. Because if I'm darting everywhere quickly, I'm not spending too much time in one spot. I don't want to have to stop and look around and for shit when the character sort of wants to be fast.
Yeah.
Because of all the parkour and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Skyrim, you don't have much of a run, much of a sprint. No. And even when you do, it doesn't last very long. So you're sort of inclined to slow down and look around the world and stuff. So, you know, in a game that doesn't really need markers, even that still has them.
Yeah.
Traditionally.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's like actively fighting against how you play the game.
Yeah.
Like you said, you're trying to be fast and run around the place, but then the game is actively fighting to tell you, no, don't do that. Don't fucking do that, because if you go to a town, you're going to want to spend some time there for a bit, because there might be multiple quest lines and you just don't know. You don't know if there's an assassination target there unless you got to spend so much time going through the menus and reading the locations and trying to find them on there and using a scout. It's useless effort and time doing all that stuff when you could just tell me on the map, where have I got to go? There.
Yeah.
Cool. Same with Atomfall. That is a similar thing. The whole gimmick of Atomfall was like, we're not going to tell you where to go. You got to read notes that you find around the world. And I'm like, man, I don't have time for that nonsense. Just fucking tell me where to go. Thankfully, there was an option in the menus where it would tell you where to go like a normal game. And I just turned that on. And if I wanted to explore during that, on the way to the objective, I would. Like, it doesn't... for some reason, devs got it in their head recently where, like, if they tell you where to go, you won't explore.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been playing God of War Ragnarok this week, and they do that heavy. They're like, oh, here's your latest quest. We got to go to Vanaheim now, right now for the story. And then Mamiya's like, oh, well, if you want to take a look around.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, well, I know I can do that.
Yeah, I was going to do that anyway.
Yeah,
like, just because you tell me where to go doesn't mean I'm going to go instantly there and, like, just focus on that. I am going to walk around for a bit, and if there's side stuff nearby, I'm going to fucking do them.
Yeah.
It's weird. I really hope it goes away. It is better than Valhalla in that respect. Valhalla was terrible because it wouldn't even tell you what it is you run into half the time. It was dreadful. It was like you'd get a not a mini map thing, but kind of like those radar things on the top of the screen that'd be like north,
The
east.
compass.
Yeah. And on the compass, they would be like you'd either see like a blue orb in the distance or like a gold orb and like different colored orbs. It wouldn't tell you what those orbs were until like you got there. And then when you got there, maybe, because sometimes a gold orb, like a blue orb could be a camp, and you're like, cool, I'll just take the camp down. Or it could be like something else entirely. So you could be running towards a blue orb thinking it's one thing, and then by the time you get there, it's something you didn't want to fucking do.
Oh,
and you're like,
jelly bean.
Yeah. I hated stuff like that, man. I didn't even finish Valhalla. I got 10 to 13 hours in, and then I gave up. But with Shadows right now, I'm about 40 hours in. We got really sidetracked.
Very sidetracked. Because I'm glad we did, because my idea wasn't very fleshed out, I'll be honest.
I'm going to pitch my dream, not even Switch 2 game, man. My dream Nintendo game that if this was real, oh
Be
boy.
all over it.
Oh boy.
Shares
it would
in
change
Nintendo.
lives. It would change lives.
I think this pitch is going to change my life, regardless of whether it comes to fruition or not.
Yeah. Now, this pitch before now had been top secret.
Let me scoot up. I ain't seen that. I don't know what's going to
Top secret,
on here.
right? So, I'm going to ask you a question. Maybe a couple, see how I feel. Mm-hmm. Now, you've played Mario Galaxy.
Yes.
You've played Galaxy 2.
Yes.
What
What about Galaxy 3?
No.
No.
But would you play Mario Galaxies? With money signs everywhere, because this is going to make all the money in the world.
Is that how expensive it's going to be?
Probably. When I go into it, yeah.
Is it just Galaxy 1 and 2 on the same game combined?
No. There is an asterisk at the bottom that says not affiliated with Astrobot in any way, which might give you a clue of where I'm going with this. Okay? So
Wow. Oh,
my pitch
wow.
is
Okay.
Galaxies.
Super Mario Galaxies.
Yeah. So I got some
I see
storyboards.
it. Oh my fucking god!
Like my drawings.
Yeah, I do.
Right, let me put this over there because I don't want to spoil it. So here's my storyboards. Bowser's losing, man. Bowser loses all the fucking time. So he's like, what am I going to do to win for a change?
What am I going to do?
And Kamek's like, man, let me look for something in the library because I'm pretty sure I saw a book in there before about something.
He's dropped the act. He's like, look, man.
Yeah, I think there's something. I think there's something I can find. So he's looking through the library and he stumbles across this book about this artifact. Guess what this artifact can do?
Can it put them in the book?
No, but it can break apart the fucking universe. The galaxy as we know it is gonna fucking change. And Bowser goes, hold on a minute. I've got a perfect idea. This artifact can not only break the universe, but it can time travel. You can break the timeline. You can travel to different multiverses. And Bowser's like, wait, I keep losing with just one Bowser. What if I get multiple Bowsers?
All the Bowsers.
If we get all the Bowsers and we are just gonna fucking kill Mario once and for good. We're gonna I'm gonna get all the Bowsers together and we're gonna come back to this world and we're just gonna rule it. I don't care about Peach anymore. I just wanna overlord this world and each Bowser will have their own little fucking country, their own continent. But we can only do it together. Because how is one Mario gonna beat multiple Bowsers? That's the premise. That's what happens.
Right.
We're gonna move on.
Every boss is Bowser. Every boss.
I'll get to bosses.
Okay, shit.
So, the world breaks apart, man. Everything's gone to shit. And Mario's like, wow, what the fuck is going on? He passes out. He wakes up. He wakes up on this unknown planet.
Galaxy
Saved.
physics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Saved by Rosalina.
Again.
She's like, man, shit's gone crazy.
Welcome back, Rosalina.
Yeah. The hub world in Mario Galaxy 1 was pretty small, right? Mario Galaxy 2 was even smaller. Galaxy's fucking massive. We're going to have a huge hub world. Do you want to know why? Because it's going to be separated into different parts. So, I'll get into what parts later on.
This is fabulous.
But each area of this hub world will be represented by a different era of Nintendo. Because what did Astrobot do that was so perfect? It went through the history of PlayStation games. You saw all your favorites. You saw PS1 characters, PS2 characters. There is only one other company in this godforsaken earth that has a history even better than PlayStation's, and that's Nintendo. So, I also put in there that you can change your costumes for Mario as well.
Yeah, because that was a good feature.
We love that.
And if you're including all Nintendo IPs, a lot of costumes. This world is just playing cards. What the fuck?
There will be a total. I made a mistake here, but 8 Bowsers joined together. It would be 10. So.
You missed 2 Bowsers?
Yeah, because I wrote 8, because I'm like Mario games, you normally do like 8 worlds and stuff.
Yeah, they have bonus worlds and shit.
There's going to be bonus worlds.
Yeah.
So there's going to be 10 galaxies altogether. Each galaxy will be represented by a different console from Nintendo's history. We're going to have an NES galaxy. We're going to have a SNES galaxy, an N64 galaxy, and so on. Each one of these galaxies will have different characters to collect from those console generations. And guess where those characters end up going?
I feel like I'm in school, man.
They're going to go back to the hub world and they will stay in their represented area from the NES at the hub world and stuff. There'll be 10 galaxies all represented by the different consoles of Nintendo's lifespan. Move on to the next part.
I really hope I don't see where this is going to go.
Right. So I didn't do galaxy maps for each console because that would have been insane.
Yeah.
But I did do 2.
Okay.
So we have the NES galaxy map. On here, we're going to have... This could change. This was just my ideas. This could change depending on committee, whoever we want to do. But I've written down... We're going to have an Excite Bike world. And what are you going to do on Excite Bike? There will be a fucking mini game where Mario has to race around the track on a motorbike. And if he wins those races or whatever, guess who he collects? One of the Excite Bike people, because wouldn't that be fun?
You really didn't have many NES games to go off, did you?
I had to fucking Google it, I'll be completely honest. There'll be a Duck Hunt world. Now, this is going to be a pretty standard Mario level. but it's going to look like the Duck Hunt world, and maybe the boss of this, or it'll be a part where like you have to avoid getting shot or whatever. The character you collect from this world will be the dog, because I like the dog, and I like that he laughs.
The dog and the duck. It should play like a God of War. And the dog, the dog should be Atreus in that situation.
Yeah,
it should play like that. Like as they explore the Duck Hunt world.
That's not going to come off. Next world, Punch-Out world. And in this one, might have a normal Mario level, but it'll get to a part where he's got to fucking get in the ring and he's got to fight.
It's just Mike Tyson. Bang!
Well,
no.
If we're playing Punch-Out, right?
It's Conor McGregor.
Who's the character you would want to come back to fight Bowser, to help you at the end? You don't want the shitty fucking normal Punch-Out guy. You want Mike Tyson. So Mike Tyson is going to come back with you. He's going to come back. He's going to come back to you to the hub world.
I was expecting you to put Little Mac or Donkey Kong in there.
No. Then we're going to have a Contra world. Again, this is where like it's going to become expensive because we're venturing out of Nintendo-owned IPs. We're going into Konami and stuff. But
as if Konami would give them fucking rights to do that. Who would you bring home from the Contra world?
I don't know. The two people you play as. I don't know their names.
Oh my god. The game needs to start bigger than this.
Mega Man.
Mega Man.
We're going to have a Mega Man world. Mega Man themed world. Obviously, you're going to collect Mega Man by the end of it. The boss fight in this one will be a Mega Man boss fight.
It would be 2D. Have to be.
Well, yeah. There's going to be 2D levels. Yes, 100%.
2D world.
So
I like that.
The boss fight, will be a Mega Man boss fight. I don't know which one, because I've only played Mega Man 2 and I wasn't good at it. Then the boss of this galaxy, the world is going to be just Super Mario Bros. And you collect that Mario from that game by the end of it, and you fight that game's Bowser. But don't worry, they come back. Obviously, you don't want to fight them just once and go, oh, that's it, done. I wrote up an NES world. I stopped after this one because I realized I got 10 to get through, and I'm like, man, this is going to take me...
This is far too much effort and time.
Yeah. Super Metroid world.
Now we're talking.
We're going to collect Samus, obviously.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Country World. We're going to collect DK. That's going to be a 2D level. I wrote that down. Super Mario World 2 isn't going to be a boss fight because I got a much more interesting idea for that one. We're going to collect Yoshi. Super Mario World 2 is Yoshi's Island.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the official title of it. We're going to have a Kirby Superstar World where you collect Kirby. We're going to have a Link to the Past world. Now, the Link that I want from this game is pink-haired Link.
Pink-haired Link, yeah, proper.
Yeah. I don't want, because I know in the artwork he's blonde. Don't gaslight me. He's got pink hair in that game.
He's pink in the manual of Link to the Past, isn't he?
Is he? I think so. In everything I've seen in the artwork, he's always blonde.
No, I've seen like drawn renders of him with pink hair.
Well, he's gonna have pink hair when you collect him. The boss planet is gonna be a Super Mario RPG planet.
Really?
And it's gonna play like an RPG. The boss fight will be turn-based.
Whack.
And it'll be Bowser. Obviously, you collect that Mario. You get the gist.
Yeah.
Because then the next part is...
That saves you having the really ugly Bowser from Mario World.
Etc.
Etc.
Yeah.
yeah, and the rest.
Because it goes on for too long.
I really thought you would have done the one for like Wii or GameCube or something.
I was thinking about it, but I'm like, I didn't want to go through 10.
Oh man, Pikmin World. Hell yeah.
All options. So... as a final world, I wrote up some ideas for the final world, and I thought of it as like a boss rush type galaxy, where you have to go through all the Bowsers you've already defeated, just one after the other. But that's boring. So I thought, what if those Bowsers fucking teamed up? So you're not just fighting the one Bowser, we're remixing them a little bit. So I've like linked together Super Mario RPG Bowser with Super Mario Bros. Bowser. And I don't know what the mechanics is going to be, but we'll fucking figure it out when we get there. We're not there. In these boss fights, Mario will team up with the different heroes he's collected from each planet so far up into the game. So you could be fighting alongside Zelda. You could be fighting alongside the Pikmin things.
Olimar.
You could be teamed up with Tom Nook. Who knows?
Yeah, build a shop on him.
And then obviously the final boss fight will just be Bowser. The Bowser that destroyed the galaxy.
Bowser versus Mario on top of Arsenal gear with their shirts off.
Hell yeah. Goes
With
through all
the
the different
Mario
health
theme in the
bars.
background. It goes through all the different health bars Bowser's ever had. Fuck's sake. It's like a fucking Avengers event level, final world.
So this game, Super Mario Galaxies, will be a love letter to Nintendo's history with GameCube Galaxies, where you get to revisit all the different games that you've played through your childhood. Same with the Wii, and it's gonna be tremendous. But there's one. This came to me yesterday when I was thinking about this pitch. There's one name that I feel like has been absent from a lot of Nintendo games, and you're like, man, that is leaving money on the table. Why the fuck has this not happened? Technically it has, but not in the games that we want.
Jesus.
There is one name that sprung to my mind that I'm like, oh boy. This isn't just gonna make $10 trillion. It's gonna make $20 trillion. It is gonna save Nintendo. It's gonna blow everyone's minds.
I think Nintendo are going to be fine.
The one word that Sonic would team up with in this game that you would have maybe multiple levels on, fucking Sonic, man.
I can tell how excited you were because you said the one person that Sonic could team up with is Sonic.
Oh, fuck. The one person Mario could team up with is Sonic. Look, it's really cold.
I think you said that anyway.
I might have.
That's what I heard.
Sonic. So, Mario will team up for the first time in a normal fucking platforming game.
No, outside of the Olympics.
Outside of the Olympics with Sonic the Hedgehog. That means all the Sonic friends will show up. They will be cool little interactions in the hub world where, like, maybe Amy Rose talks to Peach and they're, like, trading gossip. You can live out your maybe not the weird fan fiction, not the weird fan fiction, but you could see them together for the first time ever that isn't in an Olympic game.
I love the imagery of your dad coming into your room and you're like on your belly, kicking your feet, drawing Sonic on a bit of A4.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
That is Super Mario Galaxies. It's going to cost a lot of money. I'm not going to lie. But it is going to make all the money in the world. And if Nintendo want to take this idea from me, they can.
They'll have to come take it.
Because I want to see this game get made. Astrobot.
It would be incredible.
Astrobot, I've said it, was my favorite game of last year. It was just a game that made me feel happy to play. And there was so many member berries in that game where you're like, oh shit, fucking pyramid heads in you. What a weird grab to put in an Astrobot game. Why won't Nintendo do something like that? Nintendo are being clowned on by Astrobot when it comes to 3D platforming games lately, and they need to take back that crown. How are they going to do it? By making their own version. Go through Nintendo's history, bring in a bunch of other beloved characters from, like, fucking, you know what? There's going to be a Resident Evil 4 world. I'm saying it now.
There's going
to be a Resident Evil 4 world in the GameCube Galaxy. We're bringing back Leon S. Kennedy, and Leon's going to team up with Mario at the end.
They go to a world and, like, Mario's walking with, like, Luigi or some shit, and Luigi's like, oh, something on the ground, and he goes to pick it up, and then he does, like, a fucking triple gainer front flip, and Mario's like, oh, we're in the Twin Snakes world, fuck.
Yep. There's going to be...
have some fun with it.
There's going to be an Eternal Darkness world where, like, Mario comes in and he's like, what the fuck is this sanity bar? Like, he starts seeing shit. There's going to be a Luigi's Mansion world. I thought about this one where Mario would actually go to a mansion and he has to find Luigi, and then Luigi would come back with him. This is going to be this isn't just game of the year. This is game of the fucking millennium. And Nintendo really... Take it from me, I'll charge like 20 quid for that idea. Because I just want to see this. Actually, no. Don't even give me 20 quid. I want this game for free when it comes out.
Yeah, because it would be fucking expensive.
Yeah. I want to play the game when it comes out. Give me a free copy of the game. That's Super Mario Galaxies.
Oh, that would never happen. Because didn't Reggie talk about how he had to buy something from Nintendo to play it recently? Did I see that?
Did he really?
I think it might have even just been a Switch 2, but Nintendo didn't send him a Switch 2.
I think you might be right. Yeah, I think it was a Switch 2. That's quite sad.
I had to go buy a Switch 2, and I'm like, fucking hell.
That is quite sad.
The man was the face of Nintendo for years.
Yeah.
Go buy our console now. You're not affiliated with us anymore.
Yeah, that's quite sad.
Yeah, they never send you a copy for free.
Well, that's what I want. Otherwise, I'm suing. If I see Super Mario Galaxies appear, I'm suing. That's my pitch.
And the court's in favor of you because you used a different color of blue for Sonic.
I did.
It's slightly lighter shades.
I did, yeah.
It's original enough.
I did. But that's my pitch. That's Super Mario Galaxies. Tell me in the comments if you also want it. I can't imagine anyone who wouldn't want to see Super Mario Galaxies.
Would it play like sort of like Spyro 3, where you play as Spyro mostly, but you also play as like Sheila for a level, and then like you could play the Metroid level and you play a bit as Samus? Like Crash Bandicoot's doing that, where you play as Cortex for a little bit, or you play as Tona or Dingodile. Little bonus levels in each world.
Bonus
that is about
levels.
Those characters.
I think that's how they could do that. Because I think the normal levels you stay as Mario, but then once you've beat the normal level and you've collected that hero, because that's something I didn't consider actually. Is in Galaxy you would get multiple levels on each planet, right?
Yeah.
So let's say then. You'd do the first level at the Galaxy, you collect that hero from the Galaxy, and then the next level would be using that character.
Yeah.
That would work. So you get to play as all these fucking different characters.
I'd love that. They would need like a core gameplay. I think it would be fucked to have every character control like they should.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be fucking insane.
That wouldn't happen. It would still feel, it would still have to feel like the same game.
It would have to feel like an Odyssey.
Yeah.
Where instead of captures, it's actual just different characters.
Yeah.
That's how it would have to be, I think.
Yeah.
To be sandboxy enough to include so many different abilities.
Yeah.
But it's a good pitch. Do you know what? I'd get in on that.
That would make you get a Switch too?
I think so, yeah.
Let's go!
Yeah, I could be swayed with that.
It's just Astrobot, man, with the Nintendo.
It's so... God, I have two thoughts at once. Wow, almost fucking sparked out. I always thought that of Astrobot was it was such a perfect little love letter, but it felt like a template to me a little bit.
Right.
Because Astrobot is so blank.
Yes.
It's a complete blank canvas. Yeah. If they had it as an IP like Mario, the idea is perfect. I don't understand why companies don't do more legacy stuff like that.
They need a bank on nostalgia because boy does it sell.
It's so fucking awesome. I don't care. I love my nostalgia.
Yeah, me too. A lot of people love to make fun of it now, and they're like, you only like that for nostalgic reasons, and you're like, yeah.
It makes me feel like I was when I was happy.
Yeah.
I've got into retro achievements recently.
Okay.
Fucking awesome.
Man, I will say, what's the name of your Instagram where you go through all that stuff?
Oh, Dunyan Rings.
Dunyan Rings. I will say you have 100%ed much more games than I ever thought you would have done.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got like another 3 I haven't posted about.
I had no idea. I had no idea.
What do you mean?
I've only 100%ed like a handful of games, probably.
Really?
So I'm like, when you post, you've got like all the achievements. Man, you know a YouTube channel that's like dead because obviously for scummy reasons.
Completionist.
Yeah.
I love the completionist.
Me too.
It's exactly what I want to do. Yeah.
There's an open slot, is what I'm saying.
There is an open slot. I know
he's tried to come back recently, and God bless him, let him try his best. But there is it is a vacancy.
For the top spot, yeah, but how many fucking channels are there? I know this because I watch them all. How many fucking channels? Well. How many channels are there where it's like, I got all achievements in Five Nights at Freddy's.
And I love them.
And I love them too. I love them too. And I can script it out before I've even seen it.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a game I know.
There's
no shortage of creators on that front.
If I see something like, I 100%ed every Sonic game, and here's how I feel, I'm like, oh, I'm in.
Yeah.
Like they've got me. I
And
am watching this 3-hour video.
It's a picture of a spry young boy on the left and a slightly sad man on the right. It's like, that's how I would feel as well.
Yeah. You know, this is a tangent. This is YouTube gaming stuff. You know what I've noticed a trend of recently in a lot of like gaming essay type videos is there used to be a handful of creators that used to do this. One you might have heard of called, Nakey Jakey?
No.
Sits on like a exercise ball in front of a green screen, just kind of talks about games.
No,
so he was
not
the
ringing a
first
bell.
person I seen do this. Now I see everyone fucking do it, where rather than just be a voiceover for the game that they're talking about, and maybe it cuts to them every now and again, kind of like what Kid Icarus does and still does, and like we love Kid Icarus.
The JonTron format.
Yes. There's a new one I've seen a lot of people do lately, where they will take a green screen and they will fucking stand in the middle with a mic.
Hold the thing,
and just like talk about it as if they're like weather people, like giving you the fucking weather.
And I genuinely consider doing that. That if I was not so lazy that I wouldn't make content, that's how I do it, because I love that format. If I see a video on anything, fucking Five Nights at Freddy's theories, and the guy's in front of a green screen holding a mic, I'm in.
Yeah.
That's going in the watch later.
Yeah, I like
love
it too.
that format.
It's just I've noticed it prop up so much more than like they used to. Like I used to see like one or two creators doing it, and now it's everywhere. I see so many people doing it, whether it's like ranking videos or something. But
You know what I would... there's a couple of videos I've been thinking about making for Dungeon Rings, just as a bit of fun. And I've been thinking about the format of how I'd want to do it. And I think I want to steal... My favorite format that I never saw anyone else do is the iDubbbz format, where his PC's behind him. You know the one?
Yes.
He's got the two monitors behind him, and he's got the desk there, and he's always got pictures of something.
Yes.
But he always turns around and fucks with it. And I've loved that format. And I've always thought, if you do that, people are going to think, that's just the iDubbbz thing. But he's gone to shit now.
Oh, yeah. So, no one's going to watch something and go, that's iDubbbz.
Yeah, so I don't give a fuck now. That's probably how I'm going to do it if I get around to making
Do it, man. I'm telling you, there's a void. You can do it. I'd watch them. I love those type of videos.
It's a really slow business, though, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But I mean... I think YouTube has changed so much lately where I think putting out one... I don't think you need to be consistent anymore. I think you need to put out a long video.
Long form is coming back.
Kid Icarus uploads 2 videos a year. And that is it.
Really? No, more than that.
No, man.
2 a year?
He does 2 videos a year. Sometimes 3.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
And
he's everywhere.
He put out a video last week. Granted, his videos right now... crazy effort put into them, like insane amounts of effort.
Like again, like the JonTron thing, he's got budget now.
Yeah, so it isn't just like Kid Icarus cut into him sitting on a couch and like doing a gag or something. Like he fucking like goes places and stuff now, and like
he goes to the shop to do it now.
Yeah, he went to like Beefy Boys and stuff in Hereford to film some shit. But he like puts in so much effort into these videos, and it will make them like 2.5 hours long, 3 hours. And that he'll do that like twice a year.
They're obviously sustainable for him.
Well, he did a TED talk, and he
did do a TED talk.
He talked on there where he said that he made like 10 times the amount of money in 1 year uploading 2 videos than he did previously, where he was uploading 5 videos a week.
Flat out, yeah.
I can show you his upload, 'cause I'm sure it is like two a year.
See, that I could get down with, because I always feel pressure to keep putting out content.
Yeah.
And I get burned out immediately. So if I could make these big projects like twice a year, I'd be fucking happy with that.
Yeah. So here we go. 4 days ago, 7 months ago, 1 year ago, 1 year ago, 2 years ago.
Wow. I did not think they were that spaced out.
Yeah. They're really fucking spaced out. But they're like super high effort and like budget put in them. Like he did a fucking a 3-hour video on PS1 cheats. That video, Incredible World completing the best game of all time, it's a 2-hour video about Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour.
Oh, fucking hell. But that's the issue you've got, is I'm definitely not going to watch that because I don't give a fuck about Nintendo World Tour.
But no, neither does he. But like, that's the joke of it.
I don't know.
It's him saying like, "This is the best game I've ever played in my life."
I couldn't sit through
showing the
that
most
video.
dog shit amount of gameplay.
I couldn't sit through that video. I'm sorry.
He goes to museums in the video in real life. He talks about frame rates for about 20 minutes and like goes through the history of frame rates and who like invented them. The first movie put to like film, or first video put to film and stuff.
It's a fantastic meme.
Yeah.
A very similar video came out about, I was talking about this a lot today. 5 Nights at Freddy's video came out, and it was a video on the books. It was all 48 books or stories from the books.
I didn't realize there was that many.
Oh man, it's deeper than that. I'm lost in the 5 Nights at Freddy's source. I'm going to tell you now. I posted my first theory to Reddit this week.
Oh hell yeah, let's go! Give a round of applause, man.
Yeah, I'm really proud of myself. And I didn't get hate for it, so
Nice.
I'm very happy about that.
Yeah.
But the video is talking about all the books and all the stories. It's just like a comprehensive list of information, basically. It's 36 hours long.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a very long YouTube video. And at one point, he comes to a book, which is only a short little paragraph, but it mentions a video game, like an arcade game from the 90s or whatever.
Yeah.
And the next half hour of the video is in depth explaining this arcade game, just talking about it.
Yeah.
And it's not relevant to Five Nights at all. But the guy who making the video was like, "This no, I said this is a comprehensive information list, and it is. It's everything. It's flat out over detailed." And yeah, though I guess that video kind of works. You know, that kind of format, if Icarus is doing it as well.
Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, man, you start making I've thought about it. I've thought about, doing, uploading to like this channel, just like more long form. I've always liked the idea of working through like a franchise.
Yeah.
And doing like a really comprehensive video on each game. I've thought about that recently, but I don't know if I'll ever get to it. But
the problem you've got is like, I'd want to make it fucking special in some way. And the more I think about it, the more I don't think that would be too hard, because you watch like, I got the platinum trophy in Resident Evil 7, and I watch it because I'm like, oh, I'm pretty close to getting that. I know which achievements are fucking solid. I want to see how he handles them, right? That's what I get out of it, is the shared experience, because I usually watch games I've done.
Yeah.
And I watch him do like the Joe Must Die DLC on the hardest difficulty, and he's like, yeah, this took me about half hour fighting this boss, but we got through it. And then he's talking about the next thing, and I'm like, that is a section that takes fucking hours to plan out, let alone perform, and he's just brushed past it and hasn't mentioned it.
Yeah.
Like, he's obviously following a template for these games, so he can go get to the next one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not a very personal experience. So I'd want to spend a lot of time on each game and not chase the next video.
I got you. The one thing I've sort of thought about doing, you might have had the same thought, I'd be completely honest, given your streaming history, but I was like, you can kind of kill two birds with one stone, because you can complete a game, make a video about completing that game, but then stream that process
To get the footage.
Yeah, to get the
they
footage.
go hand in hand,
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
That's exactly how I do it. And I'm going to say it because I don't even know if I'll ever get round to it, but I did the Crash trilogy 100%.
Yeah, I saw you posted that one, didn't you?
I think I posted that one. And in the end of that paragraph, I sort of hinted that there may be something bigger, and that's about Crash 4, which is fucking gargantuan.
Yeah.
And I was going to do I started off, I was going to do a video explaining the difference, because the people I talk to who don't really give a fuck about me, they're not going to know the fucking, the magnitude of Crash 4 compared to the trilogy.
Yeah.
So I was going to do a quick little video to explain that. And then I was like, well, what if I just did a video on Crash 4 and how fucked it is all the way through?
Yeah.
So I might make a long form of me trying to beat Crash 4. I know there's a couple of those. There's, I've seen like 5-6 hour videos.
Kid Icarus did a good video on Crash 4.
Yeah. But I'm not very good at Crash 4. So maybe that's my edge. Maybe that's my angle. But I want to I would want to also like, I'd have to make it everything because I wouldn't want to come back to Crash 4. I'd want to feel like I'm done with it. So it would be half like I got all achievements in Crash 4. Here's how it went, and half this is a shit game because of these reasons. And I'd be the fucking in front of the two monitors shit talking about it.
Yeah. I got you.
It just
Okay.
do everything.
Yeah.
Every angle of the game. I want to fucking tick it off my list and say, I've said everything I need to say about this game. They are the videos I do. Fuck, Shugels did a cracking video on Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And it's called An Exhaustive Look at Omega Ruby. And it's fucking hours. It goes through every mechanic, every route, everything. And I love it. I love how in-depth it is.
Yeah.
Covers everything. And he's funny. So
Yeah.
I'm very inspired by Shugels. It's very good stuff.
Well, if you did start doing those videos, I'd watch them.
Thanks, man.
Because I dig those kind of videos anyway. And I did watch your Crash 2 videos.
Oh yeah, I made some Crash 2 videos about the time trials. That was exactly what we were talking about. I was getting them, and I was like, oh, if I'm going to be sat here on my own getting these achievements, I may as well stream them.
Yeah.
In case my wife wants to watch.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, well, I locally record everything. I could just splice them up and make some videos.
Yeah.
And not give a fuck about the end product. That's my thing, is I need to not watch my videos back because then I won't release them. I need to make them and just put them out at whatever quality they are.
Yeah.
And deal with it because I can always make a better video next time. I need to get that into my head.
Yeah.
And then I'll stop being lazy and make regular content.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's always weird making videos and then you watch them back and you go, oh, that sucks, because there's always someone out there that goes, well, no, it's like, it's actually really good. Like, bringing him up again, but Kid Icarus went through that recently. If you go through all his old videos, he wanted to take them all down.
Yeah, all the ones that say old.
Yeah. So he was gonna just delete them because he hated them. And like enough people from like comments and in Twitter or whatever, Reddit or whatever, were like, please don't.
Yeah, no, well,
because like you may not like those videos anymore, but like they mean something to us.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I think there's always going to be a part of you or me or whoever that doesn't 100% like the stuff we put out, and you're just going to move on. You just got to go like, cool. Like, it is what it is. I did the best I could at that time.
I mean, I'm okay with other people not liking my stuff because I don't like my stuff. Yeah. So, oh, this video sucks. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's cool, isn't it? Awesome. I made it. Yeah, it's just the standard I hold myself to that stops me making videos. That's all it is. And it's always shit that no one's going to notice. I'm like, oh, the fucking audio balancing's a bit shit in this one.
Yeah.
That's my biggest problem, is every video I make is always too quiet, and I don't know why.
On you talking or the game? Or just overall?
Yeah, it just renders quietly. And I think that's probably my fault because I have everything on my PC turned to low volume. Right. I need to...
Audio's a weird thing.
I need to turn everything on my PC up and my headphones down.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing right now. My headphones are up and my PC's down. I need to get in the habit of doing it the other way around.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what's doing it.
Audio's always a weird thing to edit. What I tend to do is... if I'm just listening to something through like my laptop speakers, I'll put those on like 100% just so I can hear it at its loudest. Yeah.
I need to do that. I need to start doing that.
Yeah. I don't really use headphones for doing that stuff because I think if it's at 100% and I'm like, that's decent enough, then I'm like, well, then whatever volume someone puts it at, it's going to be okay, generally okay. So I don't like putting headphones on and like putting my volume down to like 50% or something, because then it's hard to judge them, because you're like, well, what if that's going to be too quiet at like 20% or whatever? So I tend to just whack them up, or too loud at 100% or something. So audio is a weird one.
There we go. That was a nice little talk about content creation. A little behind the scenes magic.
Yeah.
How fun.
I'll be honest, I reckon we should just go straight into guess the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was... I'll give you a quick update on what I've played since.
Okay.
We've recently got into story games because I wanted to make JD watch God of War.
Okay.
So I brought the PC downstairs and I played God of War, and she watched it, and I got it hooked. And since then, we've done Clear Obscure, got all achievements in that, got all achievements in God of War, and we're doing Ragnarok right now. And if you have any other recommendations for like story games,
Yeah.
like we got Detroit Become Human is on the list we're going to do, and I kind of want to do Red Dead Redemption 2.
I mean, the obvious choice for me right now is fucking Alan Wake 2, but I don't know how scary games would like.
Oh,
is she
no,
okay
we
with
don't know.
scary games?
Yeah, she loves scary games. She's playing
Okay.
Dead Space right now
Okay.
because I made her.
The story in Alan Wake 2 is phenomenal, but it's tricky to follow. And it gets a bit fucking weird.
Yeah. Well, we don't mind that. You know.
Alan Wake 2 is one of my favorite games. It might be my favorite Remedy game. And I think the story in that is probably the strongest story in terms of like narrative and stuff.
Yeah, I've heard it's very good.
Narrative-wise, it's pretty strong. Like I love Control as well, but I don't think Control has as strong a narrative as Alan Wake 2. Even Alan Wake 1, I think Alan Wake 2 just clobbers when it comes to the story.
Yeah.
Other story games, I don't know, man. That's like
It's a tough one, isn't it? It's a weird genre because
it's something I don't think about like that often. Of like, oh, that's like more story. I don't know.
it's just like cinematic games, right?
I get what you mean. Yeah,
That's why God of War was so good as a starting game to get her hooked on more gaming stories. It's like I'm having fun playing a game, but because there's so much dialogue and everything's so cinematic, it's not boring to watch.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm like doing a YouTube Let's Play live.
Yeah,
almost.
I would recommend Alan Wake 2. I think that's
never considered.
also super cinematic. And there's always the cutscenes are insane.
Yeah, I wanted to get that out because I like watching these back and seeing where I was.
Yeah.
What games I was playing.
Alan Wake 2, I would highly recommend. Easily. At the start of this video, I did say that I had played something since the last episode that James told me to play.
Yes.
Sean told me to play. And I only brought it up.
Kept Jim on for this entire playthrough. Just
Yeah, he's waiting.
yeah.
So this goes back to you saying like, oh, me whenever the game demands me to do something.
Yeah.
So I didn't finish this game.
Okay.
Because my fucking GameCube nearly went out of the window.
Oh, it's a GameCube.
Yeah. So I picked up Tony Hawk's Underground.
Oh, God.
Because I talked about in the last episode that I'm a big Skate fan.
Yes.
Love that series, always have. Tony Hawk's never grabbed me. But I only played...
I hope not, no.
Yeah.
God damn. You like my game?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Hawk.
Yes,
yeah.
Tony. Those games never did anything for me, but I realized I only played the Pro Skater games, and they did nothing for me. So Sean was always like, try Underground. Those are the ones I liked. James said, try Underground. So I did. And
You didn't finish it.
I didn't finish it, but that wasn't from out of, oh, I'm not liking this. It was out of frustration. I really liked it. It was actually a lot of fun. It took me a while to get used to how that game played compared to Skate. I actually think it's harder. It's way, way, way harder than Skate. To pull off the tricks is way more difficult.
Is that a controller thing, or is it just a bit funky?
It's just a bit funky. Like, so in Skate, for example, if you sort of like did a flip, but came back to the ground, not where your skateboard isn't completely straight, it might be wonked a little bit, you would still land it, but it would like give you a less of a score because it'll say like sketchy landing or something.
Okay.
Whereas in Tony Hawk, if you were not perfectly straight, you go flying off that board.
Yeah.
So that was a big learning curve to me of like remembering, one, to do the tricks, but then also to land it properly.
Yeah.
And also there's a lot of, there's a way to play that game that I didn't realize until I got more than halfway through it. So when I was trying to play the game and I was really struggling in parts that like, once I had got a grasp with how it controlled and how it played, there was still a lot of parts that like I struggled with when it came to like high score stuff and like tournaments and shit. I had to watch videos to see how other people did it. And only then I realized how people play the fucking game. Because, so in Skate, for example, if you did a trick, you would basically get a timer to when you can do the next trick that it would count as the combo. So, like, if you did a kickflip, you might get 5 seconds to then do another trick that they would then class that onto your combo to get a higher score.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk doesn't do that. Tony Hawk's like, if that trick ends, then there's no combo. If you did one kickflip, that's all you're fucking doing.
Fuck.
And I struggled with that for a while until I watched how people were playing it. And you basically have to like do a trick. As soon as you land, do a revert thing, because that would add to your score, manual until you get to the next trick area, and that would make your combos go crazy. But it's like a weird, it almost felt like you were breaking the game in a way. I think it was how it wants to be played, but like to me, I'm like, this feels weird to play.
It's not intuitive.
No, it was just a bit odd. Like, it wasn't good enough to just land like a bunch of flips in the air and land it. You had to land, revert, and then do a manual and maybe find some place to grind after it or something. And then it would track and you'd get so many points after that. And like there was different like if you stood still and just did a manual, there were different manuals you could do. So if you pressed like a combination of the buttons, you could like handstand on it or like flip the board slightly, and that would rank the numbers up like crazy, which again felt like cheating in a way. But as long as I was getting those points up, I didn't care, and I was enjoying it. It was a good time. The story is fucking insane, but I was having a decent time. And whilst I was playing it, I realized why a lot of people don't like the new Skate game, and I get it. And I still like the new Skate game, but compared to like Tony Hawk and other skating games, the new Skate game is completely sauceless. Is bland.
Sauceless.
Sauceless. It's bland.
As in like ketchupless.
Yeah. It's
Sauceless.
like, it's a skateboarding game with like not much else going on. Whereas like Tony Hawk, yes, it's a skateboarding game. Tony Hawk's Underground, skateboarding game, but like there's so much more attitude then, I guess, to it.
Yeah.
Where like it just feels a bit more, there's more of an identity to it, where the new Skate game struggles with it. Now, I didn't finish Underground. I got right to the very, very, very end. And there's a mission where you basically have to follow this other character, Eric, around this town. Fine. I was hoping it was going to be a high school battle because I knew I'd whip him at that point because I knew how to break the game. But to follow Eric around this town, it was fine until a point, and then all of a sudden, he sort of starts grinding on these phone lines. Now, because the Tony Hawk's games, the way the grinding works, you have to balance like the bar in the middle and stuff.
Yeah.
Because he grinds for so long, that gets very tricky. But you can get past that. My issue with it is the game is a bit funky, and this annoyed me all throughout the game. Whereas if you were doing a mission or a challenge, if you made one mistake, you restart. Because the game doesn't give you enough time to sort of get back up and like continue trying.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get enough points, or you wouldn't have enough time, because there would be a stupid animation they play every time you fall off the board, and it takes ages. So you would just restart the level. So as you're following Eric, there was this one part where he ramps up, and as soon as he grinds on this little ledge at first, and then jumps over and grinds on these phone lines. And a lot of the times where you would go up the ramp, the game would suddenly decide, oh, I'm actually going to grind on something else now, and like not grind what you want to grind on. And because of that, you'd be like, I got to restart because I can't save that now.
Yeah.
So that annoyed me. A lot of times I get past that. I do the phone lines. He goes over this bridge. And then this was what did me in, and I couldn't do it. You'd get over this, you'd grind on top of this bridge. After he grinds on the bridge, he grinds on more phone lines after that. And when you jump off the bridge and he lands on the phone lines, for the life of me, I could never, ever, ever land on those next phone lines. And because of that, I would just lose and I'd have to restart it again. And I couldn't do it. I could not ever grind on those phone lines. I couldn't see them. So I didn't know where I would just spam the grind button when I jumped and hope for the best. I couldn't do it. And I got Sean to try and do it because like Tony Hawk's Underground was her thing.
Sean!
And, yeah.
Get up here.
She also couldn't do it and she gave up with it. I stayed at it for about 3 or 4 days before.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, before I was like, it's just not happening.
Wow.
So I gave up. But I still really enjoyed the game, which is what sucks because I would have loved to have finished it. But that ending mission was just insane, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't grind on that phone line. I didn't know where it was. I just could, regardless of whenever I timed that jump, people would be like, "Oh, time it right to the end of the bridge, and you jump further." I would try that, and it would never line up. So I gave up.
There is no fucking way in hell nowadays I would put a game down when I'm like stuck somewhere. If I couldn't beat a boss in Elden Ring, there's no way I'm putting that fucking game down. I can't do that.
I get too angry.
I mean, same. I kicked off recently. Scared her. I was fighting the Valkyries in Muspelheim.
Oh, yeah.
And I started punching the sofa. I was tamping. I was mad.
Yeah.
Fuming mad.
Yeah. I did a lot of sort of like punching my leg and stuff, doing that Tony Hawk's thing.
Giving yourself Chinese burns in the corridor.
You must have a wet willy. But no, I gave up because I wasn't having fun with it. That's my biggest thing. If I'm still trying something, but like, if I know I can do something, and it just like, if it's a skill issue or something, then I will continue to try and do it. But if it's a case of like, obviously it's always going to be a skill issue, but also a case of like the game doesn't always work like it should, then if it stops becoming fun then as well, then I'm just out. Yeah. It's not worth it. If it stops becoming fun and the game is just a bit jank and like you are missing jumps and grinds that you really should be hitting, but the game has decided, no, not this time. Yeah. Then I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's the shit that gets me. Like, to come back around again to God of War Ragnarok, we did a boss recently that was like 2 crocodiles, effectively 2 big crocodiles, and I was like, oh, that's weird. God of War 1 didn't have multiple encounters.
Yeah.
How are they going to handle having 2 bosses at once? And it is as simple as they put 2 bosses in one arena. Yeah. So when one of them does the blue circle attack, which means I have to shield bash it to stop it.
The other one is like,
the other one hits me. So I see the shield bash, I time it correctly, and I fucking go for it, and then I get hit from behind, which cancels the shield bash. And then the one in front of me's attack lands, and I fucking go back again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I did everything correctly. I did what the game wanted me to do in the right amount of time, and I still got punished.
Yeah, that would drive me mad.
Like, that's where I get upset.
Yeah.
Because I did it right. Like, if I don't do it right, I'm fine.
Yeah.
If it's on me.
Yeah. That's where I'm at.
Fool me once.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's what I'm at. If it's a case where I know I'm being the dickhead, then like fine. But if it's a case of like the game is actively fighting against you, then I just give up. But I did like Tony Hawk's Underground. It was the first Tony Hawk's game that I liked. Funny enough, the amount of videos I watched on Underground to see what people were doing, every single person was like, and I put the difficulty on easy so the grinds are easier. And I'm like, motherfucker, I didn't do that. Yeah. I put it on the normal difficulty because I was like, wow, how hard could this be? And every video was like, difficulty's on easy. And I'm like, so annoying.
Yeah.
But I did it. I played the game until the end, and I never finished it. But, fun. Should we guess the game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's guess the game.
I got them on my phone this time rather than the iPad because I thought it was easier. See if my fingers still work because they are slow.
Modern day convenience is nice, isn't it? What an age we live in.
Okay. Jay, you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. This game is too scary for me. I'm so scared. Please, I'm stuck at the start, and the character is so scary. They look at me, and I cry. Please help me. I need a game dev to delete them. I'm sure the game really gets going after that, but it's so scary. I hate it. I want to be back in the tower, please.
Wow, whoa. What the
And then
fuck?
edit, I'm reinstalling the game, guys. Wish me luck. Edit, sorry, guys, I couldn't do it.
First of all, that's got to be a meme. That's got to be a meme. I don't think we're looking at a scary game here.
Okay.
I think you're memeing me with that one.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get back to the tower. This is the first one that a game hasn't jumped out at me. Do I have experience with this game? Do you know?
I didn't check, but I would assume so.
Really? Oh, God.
I would assume so. Or you would at least know of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a decent scope. Scary at the start. Wish I was back in the tower. That's so weird because back in the tower at the start of the game, what do you mean? That's fucked. Like you haven't played anything to want to go back to. Oh, I'm actually not getting anything off that, so I'm gonna.
So the next one is a bit long, but I'm gonna skip parts of it because it's unnecessary. I'm just gonna read out the parts that I think would be useful.
Sure.
Core mechanics that this game uses are just frustrating. The game feels artificially difficult because the enemies are all lightning fast, deal a lot of damage, and the gunplay is just awful. I'm going to skip a few parts because he's on about installing and reinstalling. I love the premise of the story and really want to know how it goes. But I don't want to suffer through the bullshit just to get a stereotypical cliffhanger ending. But then they put in brackets, I don't know how it ends.
Fuck.
They put in, I will never finish this game and don't think I will ever give it another shot because of how unenjoyable I found it. Of course, to each his own. So if you want to see why others love it, go for it.
Wow. These are much more vague than you've given me in the past.
I think this next one is probably going to
I hope so. Because right now, I am struggling.
We know the game is scary at the start. There's a tower at the start. It's a shooter. There's gunplay.
Yeah. Man.
This person didn't like it, but majority of other people love it. Personally, I'm a big fan of this game.
Oh, my God.
I think this next one is really going to instantly.
Yeah.
I think this might be too obvious, but I'm going to say it anyway.
I don't want to hint that's too obvious, but I can't even come at you with like what I'm thinking. Oh God. I've got some ideas, but is it too niche? It's not Clock Tower, is it? No, there's no guns in Clock Tower. Maybe I'm focusing on the tower too much. It's not like, no. Oh my God. No. You see tower, I'm like, oh, tower defense. I'm like, no, it's not fucking balloons, is it? It's not going to be garden warfare. I don't know.
Full context, I missed out a line in that first review because I thought it might make it too obvious, but I can reveal it to you if you feel like it would help.
Yeah, I think I'm going to need it.
Okay, so after the tower part, they wrote, I liked my little submarine.
What the fuck? Oh, the tower. Oh, the tower. Yeah. Okay, I'm there. I think I'm there.
Yeah?
I think I'm there.
If you think you're there, this next one is going to double it down.
I think...
Say what you think now, and I'll try not to react. I'll cover my mouth.
I think this is a hearty dose of BioShock, but we'll see after the next hint.
Okay, the next hint.
I can see, right? Go on.
Wow, this game is a cheap rip-off of Soma.
Of what?
Soma.
The fuck is Soma?
You never played Soma?
No, that wouldn't have helped me at all.
Wow.
I'd have been even more lost in the soul.
Oh, okay.
Wow. I'm trying to recall the beginning of BioShock, but you crash into the sea, right? And you climb a tower. I can't remember if you climb the tower or not. You climb the tower in one of them, and then you take the bathysphere down to
Rapture.
Rapture.
I can't remember, because I know that There's a tower in Infinite as well, I think. At the
there's
end.
definitely one in Infinite because you go up. But I feel like there was one in Bioshock because I always thought that's what the plane sort of hit. For me personally, I always thought that was the reason for the plane crash. That is, it caught the Rapture
always
tower.
thought the plane crash was sabotage. I think because you're a sleeper agent in that game, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah,
you were
destined to go back,
specifically sent there to kill Andrew Ryan.
Yeah, maybe
your
it was
father.
intentional then. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Thought the
quite
Soma hint
remember.
would have got it. This one's definitely gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
This one's way too obvious.
Go ahead.
Would you kindly try this game?
Yeah, I mean, get in.
And you know
Would
what?
you kindly try
I will
this
give you
game?
it because you kind of got it after the second one anyway. Like you were there. You just needed to be like full on determined.
I wasn't there at all until you said submarine. I was not on Bioshock.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like when I mentioned the submarine part, the final one I had just because I thought it was funny, and honestly I thought at this point you would have like got it anyway. I screenshotted Big Daddy drilled me.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah,
that's
it.
cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was Bioshock.
I do love Bioshock. I'm a big fan. I don't have it on. Is it on Steam?
Yeah.
I have to pick that up.
Yeah, Bioshock's
Just-
on Steam, and it's not that expensive either. It was like 6-8 quid, I think, or something.
Oh, that's another game she'd love.
Bioshock? Yeah, that's a
Bioshock,
good one.
yeah.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
And 2. People fucking hate on 2. I think 2 is great. I dug
remember
Bioshock 2.
I have it. I have an original copy of it. I can't remember getting too far on it.
Bioshock 2 is a good time.
I didn't finish Infinite either. I never got around to playing Infinite.
Infinite was my least favorite one because the story was much more convoluted for the sake of it. And it kind of like, as dumb as this sounds, it was too like shooty for me.
Yeah.
Like I know there was obviously shooting and stuff in 1 and 2, but I didn't feel like that was like the main focus.
No, I never felt like the...
No, where like Infinite really doubles down on like we're a first person shooter kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
like, it was fine. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite one.
They fell into the trap at the time, which is like the same as the God of Wars and the Uncharted, and every area is just like rooms of encounters with a corridor between them.
Yeah. There was something about those first two, man. Like that Infinite just didn't capture it.
I honestly think it's just Rapture. Rapture's fucking awesome.
Rapture is a very, very big part of it. But there was also like, it was everything that was like also like the idea of Rapture, cool. But it was the history of Rapture and like the people that still lived there.
The lore, is awesome.
Where
lore.
like Infinite, like the idea of Infinite is cool. Like there's a city in the clouds and stuff, but I never had that like fascination with like the lore and stuff of it.
No.
And then they introduce Elizabeth who can like open portals.
Realm tears, yeah.
And
shit.
I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. And then they link it to like the first game somehow, and I never understood it.
Felt like a bit of member berries.
A little, but like it just didn't fucking make sense to me.
And for me, the strongest aspect, like that review said, is the horror aspect. I really like how jumpy Bioshock can be.
Yeah.
Infinite can't have that because it's fucking daytime
All the
always.
time, yeah.
It's just, everything's so bright. It's just not startling at all.
One of my favorite parts in the first Bioshock game, and it's right at the beginning. I just love it, and it's a perfect like introduction. It's like after you get out of like the little pod or whatever, you get your wrench, and then you see one of the splicers like over like a little pram type thing and rocking it back and forth and singing to it.
Yeah.
Obviously you kill her off and you look in the pram and it's like a gun.
Yeah, it's a revolver. Yeah, I know. And it's like, oh wow, well, everyone here is fucking batshit. I shouldn't be here.
But yeah, congratulations. It was Bioshock.
Thanks, man. I didn't walk off the stage.
You didn't. To be fair, it's too cold to do anything right now.
I'm doing it.
He's
I don't have quite the space to do it. I think I'm off camera here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That has been another episode of Retry Hard. The coldest episode of Retry Hard.
I want to go on record. I did wear a nice little Christmas top
Oh, I didn't. Oh, we'll try and do
It's-
another one in
yeah,
December.
It's December right now, but we'll
Try and do another one.
do a
because
Christmas episode because we didn't. How the fuck did we do this episode without mentioning Game of the Year awards?
next year. Next week.
Next week.
Next
Yeah.
week. So we'll do an episode around that because it's always fun to go through Game Awards. That was a good time last time.
Yeah. A quick, not expectation, prediction.
For Game of the Year.
Game of the Year, yeah, just generally. I think Claire Obscure is going to sweep.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be Expedition 33. What else is up for Game of the Year?
Oh, God. Death Stranding 2, Kingdom
That's not winning.
Come,
Maybe that one.
Donkey Kong Bonanza, Silk Song.
Maybe Kingdom Come, mostly for like the story behind it and like the development, because it was kind of, it's obviously not a big funded studio or whatever. It'd be funny if Death Stranding 2 won it because Jeff Keighley fucking loves Hideo Kojima. So like, if Death Stranding 2 won it, we know what's going on.
Yeah. For me, it's the same argument I see everywhere. It's between Claire Obscure and Silk Song.
Silk Song?
Yeah.
Really?
No,
I don't think Silk Song's winning it.
I think it's definitely that's 1 and 2.
I will be genuinely surprised if Silk Song wins it, but we will find out next Thursday.
Yeah.
And we'll go through everything.
Having done all achievements for both games, I've actually changed my mind. I think it's Claire Obscure. I didn't vote for Silk Song.
Wow.
I put it up for a number of other categories: best art direction, best RPG.
Yeah.
You know, but man, if you haven't played Claire Obscure yet,
I haven't. It was on Game Pass, but I don't have Game Pass Ultimate anymore because
Fucking hell.
fuck that up.
the story, the characters, the gameplay, the art, the music. It is just perfect. And I really didn't want to glaze it because I was a bit put off when I first saw it. It's amazing. It is a 10 out of 10.
I will get to it. It'll probably come to Game Pass Premium soon because I think it came out early this year. So
Yeah.
normally
like April, I think.
Yeah, it'll come to Premium around then because they normally do it a year after games come out because I'm not fucking paying Ultimate prices. It's insane.
But I mean, it's like not that expensive.
No, I'd probably just buy it.
Yeah.
If I were to buy it, I'd get it on PlayStation. I wouldn't get it on Xbox.
I know you can get Claire Obscure and Silk Song for less than a AAA game.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
Yeah.
it can't be that expensive, like 30 quid, I think.
Yeah.
35.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Fucking very worth. I cannot explain to you how worth it is. I will glaze Expedition 33. I got a tattoo.
You do? I forgot about that.
Yeah, the same couple of days where we got all achievements. I was like, I'm just going to put the 33 on me. It's amazing. It's absolutely fantastic. And I think it's going to win Game of the Year.
If you made it this far in the episode, thank you. But whilst you are still here, go listen to my latest track, 5.5 minutes, that was filmed in this church.
In this very church.
Jay's in the video. Jay
Yeah.
played bass on the song. So
I wrote the best bit.
It's like he made the catchiest bit. I'll give him that. It's like it's a little retry hard reunion just in a song, and it's
With another man.
It's a lovely song full of happy stuff, and it'll make you feel good. It could be the summer hit during winter time.
Yeah. All right. You can't just come in with the best fucking joke. I got nowhere to build. God damn.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks, everyone. I'm going to go make another coffee now.
I'm going to sit in my car and just turn the heaters on for a bit.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh my God.
Delightful.
I feel like aching and like slow.
Because you tense up and
Yeah.
all your servos of seeds.